And we're back. So we actually got through a lot of stuff last time. No, we didn't. We beat some gargoyles, got some hell knights, and now we're going to the ruins, which we went to and then had to leave again. In the meantime, between this though, I did run around the camp and speak to basically everyone that we needed to speak to in the party, just in case they had something. And do you know what? They had nothing to say. So I think we also sold all our junk or stuff we don't need, so we can move straight back out. We need an NEO. I would love to swap out an NEO for Cedar, but it's fine. It's fine. Once we're done with the ruins, we can get Cedar back in. 8 hours. I think we're fine with 8-hour journey. Are we fine? No fatigue, please. Good. Alright. I probably could have checked if our armors were healed. I'm pretty sure I said that last time, that I think our armors might be healed off that, but... Whoa, that is far way down. Okay. So we've already explored this cave. Here. So what we're going to do is move further down here. Why is Wendrock up front? Why are you up front? You shouldn't be up front. Ah, it's because we took Sealer out. Really, you should be... It should be like this. That's how we should have it.
Move out!
Right. There we go. Okay. Oh! We fought one of you, but you look a lot bigger than the last one we fought. Plagued Bear. Oh, you're not a, oh, what was it called? I don't know what it was. Anyway. Let's kill it. Alright. I was about to say crisis over, but apparently not. Alright, let's move everyone up slightly. And you up a lot. Yeah, you up a lot as well for those sneak attacks. Ah, yes. There's another that chose to come into melee range. Come on. Oh my god. 6 da-
No match for me.
How hard's this thing to hit? Hang on a minute.
Out of my sight!
We've never had such difficulty hitting anything, and this only has an AC of 18. Let's hit it with
Retreat is not an option.
Okay. Okay, that's a bit better. Can we get some sneak attacks at least? Get it off. Thank you. I wasn't looking to take some damage, or just some bears. 100%. Take that. What do we get? We got Star Knife, gold, and some other bits, and some other bits to sell. Okay.
Pay attention.
Oh. This is why we keep Wardriff.
Pretty good, aren't I?
You are pretty good. Move up.
Over there!
Hello. Earthbreaker. Wait a minute. Hang on. You're using a two-handed weapon that does 1d8. Could you use a two-handed weapon that does 2d6? +7 +7, 2 to 11, and 6 to 13. Oh no, this is actually way better for you. Okay, I'll take it back. You do you. You clearly know what's best.
I lead. You follow.
Well, that's... Oh, why is there all this involved? Hang on. Can we... Yes, that did many things.
Onward!
Anyway, can we push it again to make it a different colour? It just goes back, huh? With no effect whatsoever. Okay, let's just reset it to nothing, just in case. Oh, hang on. ghoul corpses, as if they simply lay down and died of their own accord. Are you the stranger from the other place? The absence of an answer is an answer too. Yeah, you all sound like the other people I saw in the city. I am the answer, but what is the question? Oh god, shut up. I am the answer, but what is the question? The absence of an answer is an answer too. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand floating free in the emptiness of the unknown. Your path has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison. And then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. It stares at you, measures and assesses you. Then, I think it means, then a question comes, as simple and as deep as the emptiness itself. Who are you? I think you'll find I am Doom Guy. The name you uttered that seemed so powerful and proud rings through emptiness, then silence comes. I am... Do you want to say your name, but what is it? Just a set of sounds you use to associate yourself. You are Doom Guy? Who decided this is who you are? Your parents, yourself, someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear off the label off? What hides behind the name Doom Guy? Behold the truth. Open yourself to the light to reveal yourself. Oh. Oh!
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
This is why you're equipping Bite then, I'm assuming.
Well, I'll be a fox.
Who are you? Who are you? Speak up, or I'll gut you on the spot.
I'm pretty sure it is Nenia, right?
I am Nenio, the greatest scientist of the modern age, and you are my loyal follower. Why are you asking me such a pointless question?
Because you're a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me.
No, you definitely weren't always a kitsune.
Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
You forgot.
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
Yeah, what was that? I found myself in emptiness and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
And my last doubt is dispelled. It truly is her.
Yep, it's definitely Nenio. It's definitely her. Okay, whose voice was it?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
What do you think about that then?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about.
I told it my name and it just didn't say anything back. So, I feel a bit left out here.
I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue.
Okay.
I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Yeah, it's a riddle of sorts.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
Okay, how do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them.
Okay, maybe we should ask one of these geysers?
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Okay, so why are you so sure about the unknown entity behind the mysterious portal?
I'm not sure at all. But we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
It does sound a bit dangerous, I'll be honest.
The world wound is dangerous. Walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous. Even choking on a chunk of badly chewed food can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous. But what is danger compared to knowledge?
Yeah, it's a fair point. It is a fair point. Okay.
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
Okay. It's doubtful that the answers to these riddles can be found anywhere in the near the nameless ruins. They need something specific put at their feet. We don't have those options. Okay, so it's actually going to be a specific item. Sand looks utterly unremarkable. Do we have any clues here at all? I am the void, I am emptiness, and the starting point. Tower from mass and let it fall at my feet. Should we say something different? I am the impetus to act. I am the reason for torture and a cause for insomnia. I am the unknown. I scare cowards but reveal my secrets to the brave. I am the end of the road. I am superiority. I am loneliness. That's an awful lot. Okay. Well, it's over here at least. The ruins are so ancient that it's impossible to tell which civilization. Ugh. I just love puzzles that are utterly clueless and offer nothing. I forewent an episode because I didn't want to do too much. And it turns out that all we need to do is go down there, speak for a while and come back. Never mind. Onward and upwards. Quite literally at the minute. Okay, so we leave here and we check the armies to see if we can fight those other armies. We hopefully level up our general a bit more for the upcoming battles, because it does look like we really will need that. Okay. We're not solving the riddles anytime soon, I can tell you that. We can go further up through there. I would like to go further this way, but how are our armies looking? Ooh, who are you? Mounted scouts. I did ask for them, so that is something that happened when I was talking to people. I spoke to Wilser and he was saying about scouts, so we have some mounted scouts, but I don't really know what they're supposed to do. 11 out of 30. They would struggle against this army apparently, and that is a struggle, that is a hard fight. But what if we... No, we'll take losses if we retreat, won't we? Could do nothing yet. For now. There is someone in the road! Ooh, not a merchant, someone specific. Okay. Oh wow, your picture is so different
I'm
now.
always open to ideas.
Did you get anything new off the fact we have now revealed your nature? as such. Doesn't look it. Okay. Who's stopping us then? It says someone stopped us.
I refuse to
Oh,
accept their
they
statement.
were demons. But they have a camp. Oh, you make a mistake, sir. Yes, come into range. Oh, 18 damage, you say?
Let's hear you cry.
You underestimate everything we have here.
I'll rip you apart!
How are you still up? Oh, God. Okay, acid arrow? 3. So bloody. Ah, wait, no, I forgot we have another frontliner now.
Kneel before
Come on.
me.
Yes. And then Darren. No, there's no need to heal
I
yet.
will see to your demise.
Well, it's just as well if you didn't hit it. 15. Miss. Yeah, we may as well get an attack in. I think we're fine with just this thing here.
Run them through.
Well. Yep. Wait, what was that? Did I take damage back then?
They'll beg me to stop!
Interesting. Note written in neat handwriting. Come into my camp if you want to talk. I have much to share with you. A friend. Drawn on the back of the note is a map with cross lines marking a spot. Discovered inconspicuous camp. Well, I am very curious. Okay, we need to go to this straight away. Is there an where is it? Why would they not put an exit here for me to leave? Do I literally have to go back to... Fine. Come on. Back you go. There we go. Right. Where is it? Is it inconspicuous camp? Especially because it was... oh, wow. That's... oh, there's Heaven's Edge, though. That's where we want to go. We're going to get fatigued on the way. I feel like I want to reveal every path, though. No, so let's cancel that. And rest at the main camp as to not raise corruption. Make sure everyone's healed of everything. And then move on. It's very time consuming, but I'm not willing to lose, essentially. I'm not willing to lose anything for the sake of... So there was one thing I found, actually. I did say, you know, I'm pretty sure we found... So we have this mission, outcast with Kay Lesho. We let her free. There is some random elf that appears in the camp and keeps speaking to people. And every time I see her, they live it just enough time to see her, and then she disappears. So it's definitely the person who wants to kill Fawn, is it? I think it's Fawn. So I'm now sort of on the lookout for Fawn. Or at least the person hunting Fawn, just to see if there is a strange elf with no armor knocking about. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Rest, go back out, and then we go further up. I don't know how far we'll make it at this rate doing these...
Sela, my dear, won't you tell me again how sinful and morally bankrupt my lifestyle is, and how I must see the error of my ways? Your lectures always send me straight to sleep.
Yeah, right. Today, your path to repentance is silent prayer and self-reflection.
Yeah, I don't know how long we can keep doing this without taking another fortress. But we'll do. We'll see what we can do. Area exits. We don't actually need you anymore in here. Sorry about that. I would much rather another frontliner, range, heal, and a mix of the two. The 3 frontliners with 60 odd health compared to your 43 just makes more sense. So, sorry about that. Alright, so there's the Moondance Meadow there. Here the druids of Sakura's protege the Green Faith used to perform the sacred nighttime rites. Dancing in the silver moonlight and offering up prayers to Mother Nature. Their bones can still be found in the sickly soil in the desecrated meadow, where for many decades one could only hear grunting, dying screams and the crackling, torn flesh in place of music and laughter. Let's see how the army's doing now, quickly. Still says difficult fight, which it would be. I mean, we could throw them into this army if we can get them there, to be fair. Was it worth doing that? Like, level them up a bit off that fight? Well, we're giving it a go, it seems. We could get there, so... Alright, 5, 10, 1, 3, 13 to 24. But there's quite a lot of them. Oh yeah, take that shot there. Oh, I didn't use... Oh, we can still use it, okay. So that's 12 to 39, 2 to 14, 6 to 40. 6 to 40? Go for the 40, come on. 12, okay. We'll take that. There's no to heal yet, so... We'll... 6 to 11, 1 to 3, 13 to 24. Oh, 90. That's... This fight's going very... Ooh, they are firing back, though. 2 there. Nah, that's fine. 13 to 20. We could one-shot this if we get the 20. It's very rare, but we could do it. We got it! Okay, yep. Not to 1, 4 to 9. Let's take the 4 to 9. Let's get the heal on our ranger. 11. That's 1 to 2 or 5 to 8. I would like to clear this one out. This one actually does look quite dangerous now. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yes. 2 to 9. 1. 1. Yeah. 1 to 3. We got 5 health. Oh, nice. Okay. And you couldn't even reach us. Yep. Get the 4 to 10 on this guy. 0 to 1. But if we smite, and they go for the hit. That's fine. 2 damage there. I think we can take this one out. That was the dangerous one. And now we are good just to spam hit this guy. And heal up slightly, because it's going to focus on us. Yeah. A good fight to level up off. Yep. A very good fight to level up off. Very risk-free there. So we lost 9, 1 and 4. We made back 4, 1 and 2. So very, very effective fight. The traitors who defected the enemy side of Canabras are dead. Nerosian expresses his deepest gratitude to the commander and gives us 100. Well, that's next to nothing. But it looks like we've got a level up here. So we are level 2. Bless. All units gain +1 bonus attack for 3 rounds. Shield of Faith. Target unit gains more AC. Bane. All enemy units run -1 penalty to attack. We have a heal already. So I think boosting the AC is best, yeah. And you can still only have 3 units, which is a shame because I really want to put, ideally, well, we can... Actually, where are the Hell Knight army? Yeah. Let's get you moving here. And let's put you in that army. Close. That one. That's what we want. So we have 3 armies again of 3 units. We have nowhere near enough points. We could buy points, but we're not going to do that. But I think... I want to see this inconspicuous camp, but... the fact we have this meadow right here is too tempting. It's right there. We have an army that we can't take out there, and an army that we can't take out there yet. Even with our stronger units, actually, saying that, yeah. So we shall wait until things are healed. This army's still healing up. Maybe we should move them to there. Just so they're ready. We'll keep you here, just in case this army... because I don't know if enemy armies actually do anything yet, so we'll keep them there. If they do actually do something, if we move you there, we have 2 armies sat there. Right, let's go and check out the Moon Dance Meadow. That's very slow movement of that entire terrain. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Hang on, we need to change formation again because we have put Sealer back in. And you, so that means we have a nice 3-3 organisation again. Nice, okay.
I lead. You follow.
So,
We are the light.
oh,
They
what are you?
are the darkness.
Oh, you look. They're Smilodons. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. But oh, well, that was mean.
Out of my way.
Didn't appreciate that. Okay, can we get triple shot? Just triple shot against that one.
No match
Yep.
for me.
Yep. Oh, we've got a lot of health. Okay,
One's mine.
come on. Ooh. Sneak attack. Kill it, please. Okay. That one's gonna get in. Again, we managed to save it, so we can.
The light. Take you.
Serious wounds? Do you have serious? Yeah, serious wounds. Oh, we are very good now. Come on. Oh. Turn off point blank. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Press the attack. You are nothing.
Lovely stuff. There's something over here though. Oh, just leave. What are they fighting? Keen composite longbow. Cold iron. Special magic stash from the depths. Forge at low temp. Cold iron is not only useful. So this is main, like pure cold iron. Okay. And you had more ingredients and regents. Is this an area back here?
Don't mind me.
Can the rest of you come back? Right, okay. Another heart. That can't be it. That can't be it. No, I didn't think it was. Okay. I was saying that. No, surely not. Why let me explore it then, if it's just...
Move out.
Oh, I am very let down there.
Oh, the wait.
Can we get up here? No, we can't. No, it's fine. Let's leave. And I'm very let down by that area because I spent, well, movement essentially getting there, which will cause fatigue. And how is our morale doing? Our morale's plus right now, so we may as well head towards this inconspicuous camp. I'm very interested by that. And we'll rest on the road because I think That's what I wanted. Never mind. Okay. We are moving much slower. Why are we moving much slower? Is it because we're encumbered? I don't want to rest just yet. Leaper's Smile. Cancel. So what I want to do... Recruit. Hell Knights. Ooh. I could recruit more Hell Knights. They cost a lot though. I don't have the resources for them. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with what we've got. There is a place here. This canyon cuts through the ground like an open sore. The uneven stones of its cliff are covered with pits and outcroppings, like the cankered skin of a leper. In the depths of this crevice are dark burrows. Okay, so if we rest before going in. +6. We can have +2. That's the highest extra we can get. It's not going to stop the corruption if we're honest. It's going to put it up, but it won't be too high. You've got it all worked out. You go around in a spiky armor looking mean and then you can do whatever you want. That's the life. Astonishing. You're even more stupid than I thought, thief. Hey, we like Waldriff. You actually did stop it. Okay, well, you halved the corruption damage. We didn't make the pastry, unfortunately, but I'd much rather have the corruption under control. And then... I'm not sure what buff we have there. Oh, hang on a minute. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure... Upon the scales, their measure soaring on the dangerous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Sedans, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts return. Anevia, the leader of the group, makes 2 urgent signs to the soldiers: wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander who awaits her report. We're in trouble. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up the other side. The canyon is swarming with foul creatures. Vescavores, a real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looks like a caravan of refugees from Canaris that lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescavores so far from the centre of the World Wound. Where did they come from? They still haven't noticed this, but that won't... That won't hold true for long, make sure. Maybe if we retreat quietly. We're not retreating. Find out what else is known about the enemy. Those nice little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing. They got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing the scouts call, the commander prepares to convene a council. The commander and his companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, hubbing. Everyone hears the voice of the swarm, though the sky before the army remains clear for now. How long until it's darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows green. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescavore Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. Ooh. In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning quite another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. What do we see here? Iroref nobly states, I am an officer best suited for the mission, but in truth she means I cannot burden another with my responsibility. But Nura... Doom guy send me. The historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion for the commander about. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be useful than swords and armour. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. Let me look into the face. I want to see what everyone else thinks. The Hell Knight Rebel step forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armour and strips the flesh from our bones. My superiority over the Crusaders would not permit me to cower behind them. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer, so Seal, and the only one who's explaining, a healer might bring a few through the vesticles alive. The rest of the council remain silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus. There are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead him to decide? Okay. Do I send my Hell Knight? Will my Hell Knight die? He's actually part of my party. Irabeth isn't part of my party. But Irabeth is within their... No, wait, no, they're the ones doing counterintelligence on me. I feel like if we lessen the counterintelligence against us, that's definitely a benefit to my own gains, we'll say. Yep, we're sending Irabeth. The commander is spy disappearing among the rocks, preparing to slip down the canyon. While the swarm is distracted by their bait, a tight-lipped Enevia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Irabeth looks over the volunteers who will follow her on this most dangerous of missions. Focused yet calm, she lays out their offensive, grateful for the chance to face true danger instead of boring office work. But is this driven by bravery or blind conceit? The soldiers tread carefully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vestigors gather below, but the skies open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabras. A few straggling Vestigors wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest, tiny larvae in greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish-green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall... No, we're fighting. We have to fight. Vestigors fall from the sky onto the huddled troops. Irabeth's eyes flash as the first soldier screams in pain. She is near enough to heal her companion's wound and clenches his shoulder. "Hold on," she cries. But her voice is drowned in a wave of whispering, rasping Vestigors defending upon the troops. There's nothing to protect them from the deadly insect's jaws, and some will surely die. But encouraged by their leader, they refuse to allow the spawn of the earth to cloud their minds. Temporary success holds no true hope for the fateful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but a million ravenous creatures, bringing with them eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on their commander and hope that he was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. What was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Oh, I need to actually beat the Queen. Okay. Now that is some buzzing we can hear. Spots of light and shadow dance all along the walls of the canyon. High above your head, a swarm gathers dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vestigors, they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait. Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them. But you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down the side holds. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Wait. So they're eating all the treasure while we're standing around talking. What are you hanging around for? Come on, there's no time to lose. Did you find... Where'd they come from? I'm not sure. There are clear signs of a ritual close to the Queen's bug lair, and they're fresh. Maybe somebody summoned the scum specially for us. The demon filth figured out we'd never going to let the Canabras go. Too bad we don't have a magic specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. Tell me anything useful? I never fought these before and I don't merch. She's a nasty beast. She spits acid and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess, like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Alright. Good luck. I'm right behind you. Covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the Queen. Oh, the actual swarms. I hate fighting swarms.
I crave your commands.
Close ranks.
They're weak, but very annoying to fight. No. Gonna let ourselves just fight it from range. Nope. I'm gonna fight this from range. That's all we're doing here. Nope. No, no. Let it come to us. Swarms aren't that scary if we can get on top of them. There we go.
Head on.
There's an actual Vestigal Royal Guard.
I am yours to command.
Battle formation.
13. Got 2 more shots yet, surely, on that. 16. 18. Jesus, it's still up. Oh wow, it's actually still very healthy as well. We'll rage, but we don't need to go in just yet. Yeah. Oh god, we didn't. Spell resistance? Okay. So what we can do right now is just.
Retreat is not an option.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh yeah, a swarm against all this, we're fine.
Let's hear you cry.
Point blank.
They'll beg me to stop.
There's some stuff there. Some stuff there. Holy.
Have I pleased you?
Demonic bug slime poisonous not only to everything alive but also the land itself.
I lead. You follow.
Let's go down here.
You can handle them, right?
Something.
I saw him drop down. That's the people we're our allies above.
I'll rip you apart!
It's just a swarm though. Wait till it comes to us. Wait till it comes to us.
Out of my sight.
Ooh. We got studded leather. Each minute commander searches loot. Troops suffer. Yeah, it's almost as if I wanted Irabeth to fail, isn't it? Very strange. You get across here? Ooh, okay. The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice about 1 stride. It's wide. It's easy enough to jump over, or in place even step over. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly notable, but as you draw closer you hear a terrible droning sound. Now, let's have a look into the crevice. Ah! You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps unknown, a halfling or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm. Under a stone ledge, he's crouched down, his head to his knees. He's hugging his legs tightly, and appears to be one of the caravanners caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud one continuous tone, and it strengthens and echoes through the crevice. All howl and no wolf, it would seem. Now, I'm athletic as hell. I can get him out. I didn't get him out. You clamber down the crevice and tie the halfling with the rope and then try to pull him up. For a while, he doesn't resist. Or he doesn't help either, and he dangles helplessly like a puppet. But suddenly, in the midst of the ascent, one of the vesticles in his eye sockets moves abruptly. The halfling screams in spasm and hits his head on the stone cliff. He immediately grows still. Damn it! I have nothing. Well, there's the queen. I didn't think we'd find her that quickly.
I am the best.
Turn a point blank.
They'll beg me to stop.
19 damage. That's not bad. Although I don't know what the queen can do, so 12. Missed the last shot. Okay. What do we have here then? Can we bone shake this thing? Nope. Overcame it. Smite it. That's permanent. Then put stunning barrier up. You have the smite chaos. You chaotic? Yes. Now we have smite evil and smite chaos, and you are both. Okay. What do you have? Burning arc or scorching ray? Let's do a scorching ray on it. Oh, okay. Is it our time to do it? Is it our time to be the big man? I feel like it is. And Nevia's here to join as well. Oh, it's taken a lot of damage. Oh, we can't bone shake it. We tried that before. Can't do anything there. Just shoot it. 10 damage, we'll take it. Can you also get in? No. You can get into melee range. I don't know if that's a good thing. As it said, it could get into people's heads, but... Get the triple shot off.
No match for
15. Ah! 2 misses. That's not what we want. Okay, let's get into their heads again.
Kneel before me.
10 damage. 24. Ooh. 19. 23. Jesus. Another scorching ray. You missed. Brilliant. Get for those hits. Come on. Eight. Nothing. Okay, we need to cure serious wounds. That may not be enough though to save us. It overcame it. Damn it! Come on, get the triple shot. Get the triple shot. Ah!
This one's mine.
Yes! Yes! Excellent. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground immediately, as if by magic. The distant sounds of the battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent and sweet soporific, with the hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before a storm. Looking at the slain monster for a brief moment, you feel an inexplicable sensation of, not sympathy, no. The Vesicles Queen is disgusting, but a strange kinship. What is it like to be part of a swarm, hostile to all life, hating everyone and hated by everyone? You take a deep breath and the sensation passes. Ugh, I can't breathe, I need some fresh air. Get me out of this disgusting hole. Agreed. Mind you, I've had cause to see holes a good deal more disgusting than this in my time. But they were few and far between. Have the fumes gone to your head count? Look at you, cracking jokes like the worst kind of bored. Just a brainless bug, and so many of our people died because of her. Just yesterday I was sitting by the fire with some of the people Swarm devoured. Suddenly Anevia stops, her nostrils flare and her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at some lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up to look more closely. I bet my life your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering this canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. Let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. You and Olivia search for your things and quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks a bit like it's been soaked in something. I'll be damned! When the queen was spraying this sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravanners smell like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you to ensure that the Vescivores would find you. Doomguy's been tagged for assassination already? Our commander's all grown up? I thought this crusade couldn't get any worse, but now we have a mysterious traitor who's trying to feed us a swarm of repulsive insects. And there I was thinking you'd be the first one to feed me. No, no, no. I have standards. What's more, my feelings towards you may be quite tumultuous, but not altogether negative. So if I were to feed you some insects, I guarantee there would be most sublimely beautiful creatures you'd never seen. In that case, the least I can do is return is to ensure the swamp I drown you in meets your No, we're going to say, are you simply incapable of keeping your witticisms to yourself, or are you just sulking being sent to the crusade? Both suppositions are correct. I am sulking and enjoy sharing witticisms with the world, and your reactions never disappoint. So there's a traitor in Mendev camp. Nothing new here. How do you know the traitor is one of the Mendevians? Maybe it's one of your black armor lots. Why are you jumping to conclusions and blaming us? It could be one of ours, but when you compare the track record of our order and the Mendevian Crusaders, I think the latter group is a likelier prospect. Come on, that's ridiculous. It's got to be one of the scary guys in the black armor. How about a little wager? No. We could say the demons did this, replaced it in us. Looks like I have enemies in Mendev. I think it's more likely we have enemies in Mendev. True. Nobody likes upstarts. If you knew what Irabeth allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed head of the Eagle Watch. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoic, I think we have got a rat in our camp. In Canabras, we squashed the cultists time and time again, but they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. It's time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the queen's body. I've heard that little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as sworn queens themselves. That kind of the last thing we need, right? Burn the body, but gather much of the queen's time as you can. Keep it a secret from the troops. In Dresden, we'll send a suicide unit. Wait for demons to gather their forces, then bring in the Vescavors. That's such a good idea! You want me to make a weapon out of demon bug shit? Seriously? You better think about this. We have no way to control the swarm. What's that mean? It means the soldier we send into the battle with a barrel of this muck will be the first to be eaten. That's not even a suicide mission, a dirty trick like only the cultists do. But we're crusaders. I know an order is an order. I'll go gather the stuff up, I don't mind. But think about it. Is this the way you want to fight? Will you still be able to look your people in the eye? Look, the crusades have failed till now. We had 4 crusades. This is the 5th one. I will make it work. Nevia, Commander, what a relief you're alive. I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. I made a mistake and my people paid for it with their lives. What happened up there? I can't be described with words, but you're the one who carried the day. Luckily our losses are not as great as we feared. Not many are even wounded, but if you'd been a moment later, I'm afraid to imagine what might have happened to us. Unfortunately, the insect's acid ruined what was left of the caravan. Of course I sympathise with those who perished, but we could have used their gear. How did this caravan even come to be here? This is no place for civilians. They lost their lives to nothing, and they didn't even leave anything useful behind. Yeah, what a waste. We could really do with some supplies. If only they died on the road somewhere of thirst, or after the meeting with some wild animals. We'd seem pretty right now. Let's see. The army is the backbone of the crusade. My best weapon, if it wasn't, I would have sacrificed valuable loot to preserve their lives. No, that's fair. Like, I need the army more than the loot. What matters is that everything over and we won. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I found some painted runes and the traces of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. Okay. Ha! Easily done. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magical books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. It's not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right there. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. I examined the Grey Garrison after sex, documenting everything I found for Queen Galfrey, and I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. It's the work of the same spellcaster. Looks like the spellcaster's afraid of us. Clever to set a trap and exhaust us. Yeah, they are clever. We shouldn't be afraid of demons. We lived through this little trap, didn't we? We'll overcome the next one too. We just need to keep forging ahead. Well, since we finished off the swarm and we know someone is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. Okay, that went pretty well, to be honest. Like, it wasn't that difficult to beat. I'm tempted to go down, though. Another bow. Hunter's Assurance. Whenever the wielder of this +3 bleed common short with a convertible hit, enemy suffers -1 penalty AC. It's just... It sounds good, but it's not going to be... Yeah, dealing damage. It entangles everyone around, but it seems to deal damage for everyone now. 2 to 9. 4 to 9. But less damage when equipped, yeah, so we don't need that. And it has less range. What this one? 3 to 10. It's the same range. And that's just a standard bow. But I like entangling creatures, possibly, so we'll take that. And we got this light armor, that's 5, and I don't think... Yeah, you still can't wear it. You're wearing better armor, you're wearing better armor, you're wearing better armor. Okay. I want to go down, but I feel like if I go down, it's going to be very long. You know what? We'll save it here amongst the many bugs that we've encountered. And next time, we go down here. It's simply to a place where it says down. And I guarantee when we go down there, it's not going to be the big adventure I hope, and it'll be a single room with one thing in. But we'll continue on nevertheless. So until now, that's enough. Till next time.